You're listening to The Manning Report with your host, James David Manning, the news behind the headlines.
I've watched this and I've thought about it for some time. You know, I've been around the barn a few times, and I thought to myself that what Tom Friedman just said about Erdogan, about TribulationTrump, about Netanyahu, is that they get in power and then they stop, demolish all powers that can somehow or another make them subject to a power other than their supreme power who they are as presidents or leaders. That is to say, they attack the courts, which is what Trump does, right? He came right out attacking judges. I mean, right out the box, Trump was attacking the judges, attacking the courts, attacking the newspaper, fake news, everything that can call Trump into some sort of responsible questioning, he has attacked, and in many ways been very successful at attacking them as well. And he constantly, every day, as many times per day as possible, he just attacks. Now, if you have not seen the television series, The Loudest Voice, depicting the life of Roger Ailes and the advent and the launch of Fox News, and how Roger Ailes ran Fox News and what it was all about, how they obfuscated, purely lied, how they became not a news agency of journalistic ethics and integrity, but how they became a news agency simply for one purpose, just a amassing of power by any means necessary. You got to watch that, The Loudest Voice. It's very interesting to watch Roger Ailes and to watch all those people that rose up in Fox News. It's going down, however. But coming back again, my thought is this, is that I'm thinking to myself, I'm watching this stuff, you know, I'm sitting there in my Bacalanja, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm watching Trump, you know, I was a gangster once, very small time, right? Okay, I was out there. And, but I never thought about attacking the institution. I never attacked the police. I never did. And even were and then the small, don't even think about a little old crime I did. I mean, it was bad enough, grievous enough, and awful enough to send me to hell for 1,000 years, but nothing like on the scale of what's happening now with these world leaders. And I thought to myself, if I became president of the United States, would I immediately start attacking the media, attacking judges, the Supreme Court, attacking institutions, attacking racists? Would I do that? And if I did, why? Is it in my desire? Is it in my genes to do it? I stated in the earlier segment that Bill Barr is acting like a typical gangster. He's probably always wanted to play one in real life. He just took up becoming a lawyer, rose to the point of I think head of the FBI at one point, rose to the point under George Bush as the Attorney General under the Bush administration. Now he's been called back as Attorney General under the Trump administration. But he's probably always wanted to be a gangster. I mean, not a lawyer, not a person who loves the law, the truth, and the American way. He probably always loved being a gangster. I mean, the show now, Gangster, with a gangster lean. I believe that's what that boy has always wanted to do. And I'm saying Trump has always wanted to be a gangster. He's always wanted to be one. And now you got these two gangsters, you know, running the government. And I think people are going to have to consider that if they're going to be able to look carefully at what is going on, that these people, they've always desired, though they have been, like the choir boy has always wanted to be out there with the bad boys. And the good girls has always wanted to be with the bad boys. And when they get a chance to run with the bad boys, they'll run with the bad boys because they've always wanted to do it. No, it appears to me that Trump has always he's always been a gangster, but no one's put him, he's small-time real estate guy, fooling around here in New York, no real big time. I mean, he got no real money. Not like Sam Lefrak, or some of the other or the Rockefellers, or when Rockefeller went into real estate, but like Bloomberg and others he was no real player, not a real player. But these people have always wanted to be gangsters. That's an old proverb, and that becomes clearer as it goes along. Power corrupts a person, and it does. It takes a strong man not to become corrupt once he gains power. But the proverb doesn't stop with just power corrupts. The proverb goes on to say an absolute power corrupts absolutely. And it's true. But the corruption is dependent on what has been your forte, what has been your desire. And these people have always wanted to be, Trump has always wanted to be a gangster. He's probably always wanted to be a rapist. Bill Barr probably always wanted to be a gangster. James Comey probably never did want to be a gangster, And so therefore there was the problems that. I look at people like Mike Pence, right? Who was sucking up to TribulationTrump. Would think to myself, my integrity would not let me suck. What Mike Pence is doing now, prayerfully, hopefully he'll become president. There's a long way to go to try to have that happen, but prayerfully he wants to become president. And so he's sucking up to TribulationTrump. I would never do that. There is no way. There's just no way I could drop my pants and grab both ankles like that. I just couldn't do it. Not even to be the vice president of the United States. The hell with being the vice president. It's more important to be me. Jesus said something I thought was profound, and imagine me thinking something Jesus said was profound. But he said, "What does it profit a man to gain the whole world, but yet lose his own soul?" So I'm watching the character of these people like Bill Barr, TribulationTrump, Netanyahu, and then the people that support out in the hinterlands, the MAGA cap wearers. What is it that they're after? What is it that they're looking for? What is it that they're looking for in these men? What is it that they don't have that these men can provide? What is it? Why does the grass seem greener for the rednecks in the southern Trump states? Why does the grass seem greener on the gangster side of the equilibrium? Why does the grass seem greener for the Texans and the Oklahoma, and the Louisiana and Alabamans? Why does the grass seem greener? What is it that they don't have? What is it that they're missing? What is it that they're looking for? What is it these people are looking for? They're looking for power. And Trump's power has corrupted them. How do I know this? Because that's what the Obama people were looking for. Hamite people, black people, they were looking for power. And Obama purported to give them power. They were looking for power in Obama. They didn't get any, of course, but so what they were looking for, they didn't particularly care anything about him, but that's what they wanted. So, I think we're at a stage now where we're looking at, if you step back from my perspective, I don't know if you can jiggy with me on this wise, but just step back from my perspective, and I'm looking at the deception, the corruption, the immorality of America, Israel, and democracies that we once thought were sustaining democracies, carrying a banner of truth, now have just descended into nothing more than mob boss, mob run organizations. And I alone am left to pontificate. Yeah, check out The Loudest Voice when you get an opportunity.